Welcome back to your regularly scheduled Pigeon programming. I'm Laura, this is Pigeon Brain. My cat is very annoying. Pippin. Hey, stop it please. Pippi. Why do you do this? Why? Previously on Pigeon Brain, and I had this little idea. I am going to take this broken hat box, I'm going to glue it all back together, lining it with fabric, like gluing fabric in here, and then I'm going to put like his wigs and hats and like mustaches and like his disguise. This is going to be his disguise box. All right. Now, let's get into the conclusion where I show you how all the chips have fallen. Anyway, I've done a few things. I made some executive decisions. I went downstairs to look at my fabric stash to see what I got, because I think I want to put fabric on the inside. I think I want to make it look really cool. So, I actually made Matt a bomber jacket out of this thin, like drapey stretch wool with splatter velvet splatters. So whenever he wears it, people think it's raining. It's so funny, but he wears it all the time. And I forgot I have a ton of it. And then this was the lining, and it matches everything. So I think I'm gonna take this and do the bottom in that. And then I'm gonna do the light blue on the inside edges. I traced the exact size on a piece of interfacing. I'm gonna cut this a little bit inside the line, so it's gonna be slightly smaller than this edge. So the circle is gonna come like right here. Then I'm gonna actually attach the interfacing to the back of the wool. Interfacing, fabric, edge to tuck. Okay, so I traced the bottom circle onto a piece of cardstock or like poster board and was trimming it and cutting it back. I don't know if I'll keep it in. I had mentioned to make the poster at one point a little bit smaller than the full circumference of the outside of the box. And I only made it like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch smaller, but I should have made it much smaller. I probably should have done like maybe a 1/2 inch, because I was not accounting for how bulky the circle would be with the wool tucked around it. Even though it doesn't feel super heavyweight, it was definitely too big. And so I had to then try to fix this later after I had hot glued it down. I kind of ripped up some of the hot glue and I trimmed it back. To get the dimensions of the blue fabric, I just measured how tall the box was, which was about 6 1/4 inches. And then I added about 1 inch for the top edge so that I could fold over the fabric so I didn't have to sew it or anything. And then about 1 inch for the bottom so that I could clip up into it and have those tabs be underneath the black circle piece. So I just made one long strip that was 8.5, 9 inches. And then once I had that strip cut, I just wrapped the strip around the outside of the box, gave myself a couple extra inches on the end of that too. So say I'm just throwing out random number. If the box was 20 inches around, I think I would have cut like 25. It was much more than 20 inches around, but you get the gist. I'm about to iron this down, and then we can start putting it back together. So that'll be fun. Also, if you feel like your fusible interfacing is not sticking when you're ironing it down, you just gotta be patient. You gotta really just like hang out. Sometimes you gotta put a little bit of extra pressure on it. You know what I'm saying? Oops, I just slid it. But you gotta just be patient, okay? You gotta be patient, and that's my least favorite thing to be. So if I can do it, you can do it. This is our disaster flat storage. This has been a lifesaver for me for all of my art ever, okay? But it's in Matt's office. And it's messy. There's our really nice printer. There's our stupid cat. I'm sorry, you're not stupid. But the other day, Matt was like, man, the workroom is so messy. I really need to clean it. So I'm gonna organize this. Try to find a good spot for his Cricut stuff. All this extra, I'm tucking them behind. I'm gonna put my old art portfolios under the bed because I have some other stuff stored under the bed. I'm gonna find a good spot for our like scanner and our light board. And he's got a bunch of microphone equipment. So this is part 2. Part 1 is the hat box. That's gonna turn into his Master of Disguise box that I think I'm gonna store for him under one of these chairs, or maybe back in there. There's a little bit of dead space back here. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse cleaning up this area. That's what I'm doing. Wish me luck. Welcome to my nightmare. Enjoy this elevator music. I'm gonna be so for real right now. Trying to attach elastic to the bottom of this and put this stupid vinyl holder mounted on the side of this. I tried like 4 or 5 times and it's still not happy. And then I was like, oh, I can drill some elastic into the thing so that all of his box rolls have a place that's like snug as well. And it's so hard to do because it's so close to the ground that like, I'm not gonna fix the bottom. And if Matt likes the idea of it, I will need help and maybe to actually lift this up. So I'm gonna clean his desk, slide this back over, put the rest of the stuff back away, and then finish the hat box because I'm not done with the hat box yet. I can do this. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I did and I'm committed. Yes, I'm still on the floor. I'll always be on the floor. Oh my gosh, Matt's coming home in like an hour. I moved a bunch of stuff back there. Those are books that I think are cool that Matt will want to keep out. Over here, I got all my old art in the bottom. We have some tech stuff and more old art over here. Then we got my papers, my paper stash, and then it starts getting into Matt's Cricut stuff. But I cleared a ton of space out and condensed the bottom a lot. But I have like an hour to finish this. Where I've gotten, I taped the original bottom back in. I'm going to try to make it so that I don't put any glue on the actual cardboard, just because I don't like if someone decides to try to take this apart again. I set the bottom down and then put the circle around it, or the outside walls around it, and then I taped. So it kind of hung on there. Then I took black washi tape. Oh my gosh, Matt's Discord is going. I have black washi tape. I just picked a spot and I started, and there was already black edge tape on a taped edge on here. So I just did it kind of rough. I think I'm going to do another layer more carefully later, but we're on a time crunch now. I've been working all day. Then I did something for him. Okay. Oh, don't crease. Damn it. Well, okay, so the blue inside wall is what needs to go in next. I think I am going to do another line of washi tape around this top edge, and then I'm either going to use double-sided tape or hot glue the fabric onto the washi tape. So then again, if they want to peel it off, the washi tape can peel off and I'm not hot gluing directly onto the original stripe. This edge I folded down and I used double-sided tape. I could not for the life of me find the glue sticks for this hot glue gun. I literally just picked them up yesterday. Mel had them, and I was like, oh, I need a couple of glue sticks for this project I'm working on. And then I could not find them for like 2 hours. I tried to use double-sided, like iron-on adhesive for around the circle, but that was doing really bad. And then I just kept looking over and over for the hot glue gun and eventually found it. So I tucked all the fabric underneath. This is going in here. This is all folded down nice. This is actually the raw edge. So this is gonna go in here. I got this. I got this. I got this. I need water. I'm so thirsty. I got this. Uh-oh. Ah! It's exactly what it looks like. So let's do that little refreshing update before I blacked out in a basement of an estate sale today.
Hi, I'm Matt. Ignore the mustache, it'll be gone soon. I'm Laura's mysterious husband. You may have seen me in clips here or there. I was gone for a weekend, and when I was gone for a weekend, Laura decided to surprise me by cleaning up my horrendous office. So let me take you through that. This is my office. Ta-da! Ta-da! It's got a couple chairs in it. It's got my desk, my computer, but there was stuff all over the floors. This is flat storage that Laura and I both use for various things. That was absolutely chaotic, but Laura came in and she reorganized all the stuff in the flat storage, including the printer up top. This is our nice photo printer that we spent a bunch of money on, and it makes nice prints. Bunch of Sharpies. It really does have everything. We have posters that I haven't hung up yet. We have comedy posters that are mementos from shows I've done, caricatures from the Star Trek convention we went to. We have Cricut guides and mats and Cricut materials that are flat, that can be put in flat storage. We also have a lot of Laura's sketchbooks and specialty papers and doodads. And she made that so much easier to function. Another thing she did was actually find a good spot for my trash can, because my trash can was just kind of like over there somewhere. But now, it's back over here. It's my foot warmer. My feet are cold. What's genius about the trash being here, I don't know if Laura realized this, but I always have cups here, and there's always drippy condensation that just goes onto the floor. But now it can go into the trash, and now it's not staining our already stained floor. But going back to the Cricut stuff, I have so many Cricut rolls of things and nowhere to put them, so she put this elastic right here. And so it has some place to hold it, which is very, very nice because it was just stacked in a corner of the room. Also Cricut stuff, here's an actual roll holder. So we have the markers, some Lego minifigures, a level, not actually sure why that's there, but there is a stack of Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes, so I have options. Get out of the way, mannequin Laura. All right, back here we have a stack of things that Laura didn't know what to do with specifically, but I think this is a really good place for them for now. We have old Star Trek magazine that I don't know what to do with, but it's really nice. It was a gift that was given to us. Here's my comedy merch, my merch jar, my merch placard that tells people how they can support my comedy, blah, blah, blah. Graphic design books under there. Poster that's not hung up because sometimes I need this white wall as a backdrop for video, including today, so that's there. That's also why the windows are covered. Underneath, I have a couple of my Cricut things. It's my Cricut heat press for shirts. Moving on to over here. So we have this little shelf here. I don't have a lot of doodads. I'm not a big doodad person. This is the thing I think Laura wants to talk to you about the most. This is a hat box. I love it. Laura loves it. It's just, I mean, who can turn down a striped hat box? But Laura lined the inside and put my quote unquote disguises. It's like a mini costume box. We have larger costume boxes, but a lot of times there's recurring costume items that I use a lot, and or ones that I have on immediate rotation for various reasons. So she gave me a little box to use. Now, the lining of this is blue. You can't see it very well, but it is blue, and it's very silky. I don't know the materials that were used for the lining and the bottom lining piece here, what they're called specifically, what kind of fabrics or textiles they are. But that is blue. That is charcoal with like a felt speckle pattern on it. This is the materials that Laura used to make a bomber jacket for me. It's the same materials, so it's a nice little touch to this costume box. And that takes us to over here. Ignore my cable management. It's real bad. Don't just stop looking at it. But here we have where I would hold a turntable normally. The turntable is currently right there. It's not in use, so that's a great spot for it. Underneath is my records. But Laura decided to put all of my random electronic cables and items that I use fairly regularly right here, left for me to organize because it's my responsibility, and I will get to that at some point. And then she also put documents that I need to organize and signs that have come off the walls. Very, very helpful. It looks like a mess, but it's incredibly helpful to me.
And now, here is the hat box. There's not much I need to tell you that's different than things I've already said while I was showing the whole process. But when Matt had gotten home, I had the satin was not very well secured to the edge, and now it is. I did another ring of washi tape around the bottom just to make it a little bit more secure. And yeah, it was really fun, and I'm glad that I finally gave this striped hat box that was sitting in the basement a new purpose. Okay, this is Mel. Mel is getting married next year, and her fiance are doing a joint bachelorette party at the Minnesota Ren Fair. And that's why I'm showing her all of the art supplies that I got at the estate sale. Are you ready to see what I got for the Ren Fair? I'm so excited to see. The girl in the basement was like, did you see that there's flowers over here? She says, first of all, these.
Very cute, very big, very fluffy. We can do so many things.
We can do so many
We
things.
can make big staffs that somebody can carry around with the big flower on the top.
That's a good idea, actually. Half the stuff in this box is stuff I already use. Okay, not actually. This. Oh, and the butterflies!
Butterflies!
She was literally like, here, do you think butterflies would be on your theme?
Yes. Yeah, butterflies are fairy adjacent.
You're gonna appreciate that I bought 2 brand new E6000.
Oh my god.
Elastic. I bought a special.
Ooh, elastic will be good.
Rotary cutter. I have one now. You can have one when we work on stuff.
What does it do?
It's when you lay the fabric on the ground and you roll to cut it like a pizza cutter.
What?
So when we're working on, that's gonna be way better for like the boas and like cutting a bunch of little pieces.
Okay.
But each of these big bins was, first of all, flowers.
Hell yeah.
This was the most organized, like grandma that was like, here's wreath making stuff. And then there was one that said, no making supplies. But there was tons of white in this one. And I thought we could do the pan pastel and color them.
Yay! We could go full midsummer with this.
We could go full midsummer. And then Melissa was already thinking about doing like a backdrop situation.
Flower petals here. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a whole fall color one, but I was like, if you're thinking sage and white fall colors,
Yeah.
we'll just turn it into the same colors. Basically like my wedding party colors.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that seems like too dark for what you're thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
This one seems less exciting, but until you find out there's chain.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's off the chain.
Cord. Macrame ring. Yes. What else is it?
Oh yeah, and like some wiry bullshit.
Oh, this has the one. This has.
We can do piratey things with rope.
There's pearls.
Ooh. Ooh, yay.
I got you glass leaves.
Glass leaves. Here we go.
Lace and tulle. All the white stuff. But for this.
For the thing, yes. For the, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this lace is so pretty.
I also found these headbands and I was like, I actually
yeah.
want a headband because I'm a weirdo.
Well, also you can just like hot glue so much nonsense to it. Oh my god, look at how cute this is. You can make like a weird little fascinator with this or something.
That would be a really cute fascinator, actually.
And just hot glue it to, and be like, I'm off to the derby.
It's like if someone wanted to be a teapot. Thank you, Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma.
While I put this away, I just thought I'd show you what I picked out there mowing outside. He's mowing right outside. This is the worst possible time to do this. Tight. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, I literally don't know if I have shown any of this yet in any of the garage sale portion, but this is the very top part that was in the cardboard box. And then some of the stuff that was in one of the more interesting large tubs. We got butterflies, for Ren Fair stuff, vintage pinking shears, like literally, there's just so much stuff. Super stoked about all this cord and wire. And now I'm gonna have to have a spot special for my various lengths of wire. This one had beads and 5 vintage necklaces that are not broken. They're very cute actually, so I'm stoked on that. That's my cat Pippin. You would have thought I got her at a garage sale, but I got her from a vet, so. Anyway, this is the utility type stuff. Some really good little acrylic holders. Rotary cutter, spray starch, and just like thread, this. So yeah, that's the kind of more exciting part of the big craft supplies situation, and maybe in the next video I'll do a putting away all my garage sale haul items, because there's no way I can add more to the house without putting this away, right? So you're just gonna have to deal with the lawnmower. Thank you for watching Pigeon Brain. If you're this far into the video and the lawnmower noises didn't stop you right now, or even a few more seconds from now, you might as well subscribe, because I'd love to have you here. And say hi in the comments if you want, and I will go and look at every single 3 of you. So, bye-bye!